Hi crypto peeps, hope you're doing well, and today's date is 17th of May 2023 and things are going okay. Sorry I was away last week, I was away on holiday and then I had a bout of COVID, but I'm back now, so let's get straight to the news. Let's look at it right now. Bitcoin is doing well at around about $26,700, so not too bad and holding steady. So with this, let's get to the news and see what we can find for you, shall we? Okay then, so my first piece of news today is on Decrypt, and I've been seeing this in the past 12 hours massively on TikTok. A great resource for looking at crypto related news, so check it out. You know, it's a great resource, as I said, and everyone's talking about this. So is there a backdoor in Ledger, and here's what's going on and how to keep your crypto safe. So a contentious new feature has been added onto all Ledger hardware wallet devices on Tuesday morning. And the announcement had crypto Twitter buzzing. Not only that, TikTok was absolutely buzzing with this. Although advertised several weeks back in a Wired article, today's release brought the fire from the crypto community. The feature in question is Ledger Recovery, an ID-based private key recovery service that would allow users to back up their private seed phrase directly to their personal identity through 3 different custodians. And this will be a service which will cost roughly $10 per month. A seed phrase is a list of words which store all the information needed to recover your wallet and cryptocurrency in your hardware wallet if it's lost or stolen. But remembering the 12-word phrase, typically made up of random words, can be challenging. So most people will either write it down or store it on a flash drive or another storage device. Despite the company adamantly stating that this is a voluntary service and users can continue to back up their seed phrases themselves, Ledger owners are still unsettled over what this means for the hardware wallet company's security. The company claims there is no backdoor on its devices and that this is an entirely opt-in service, which means if users don't opt in, it will have no effect on their Ledger devices. But as you'll see in the community and in the news and in crypto and in Twitter and all over TikTok, people are worried about this. You know, there are millions of people that have trusted these Ledger devices, which is a bit like a little USB stick, for those of you who don't know, where you store your seed phrases and all your cryptos on, all this kind of stuff. The fact that there might be kind of software integrated in some way that allows your seed phrases, which you should only ever keep to yourself, to be distributed to other people by electronic means, scares them, and it would scare me too. So if you have a Ledger wallet, maybe look at an alternative, because that's looking a bit dodgy right now. Another piece of news here on Forbes. A leak reveals a secret Democratic plan for a game-changing US crypto crackdown that could hit the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. It says here the Bitcoin price has climbed over the last few months of 2023, but remains far from its late 2021 all-time high, with traders hailing new market regime. The fate of Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies are meanwhile hanging in the balance as US regulatory agencies battle for control over the market. Now, a leaked memo circulated to Democratic House Financial Services Committee members has revealed the key messages lawmakers were told to stick to that could see almost all cryptocurrencies categorized as securities. It goes on to say here, the document passed to committee members by the Democratic Party ahead of Wednesday's joint House hearing on crypto policy was leaked to Fox Business reporter Eleanor Turret on Twitter. And the problem isn't ambiguity, it's mass non-compliance with existing laws, the memo reads. We can't invent new accommodating regulatory structures simply because crypto companies refuse to follow clear rules of the road. The memo calls on Democratic lawmakers to push back on Republican claims they are working to provide clarity to the markets by carving out space for the Commodity Futures Trading Commission in crypto. And Republicans are proving that they really aren't serious about protecting investors and consumers. So have a look at that. There's more information about this article and all the articles down below. I'm just reading little news bites of information here. Please go out and do your research. There's lots happening out there. So again, lots happening out there in the political sphere, especially in America. People really do not know what to do with cryptos at this stage. You know, it's still the Wild West. So now let's move on to another story here, and this is on Decrypt. OpenAI CEO and their crypto project Worldcoin eyes $100 million in fresh funding. Worldcoin, the iris scanning crypto project helmed by OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, continues to attract investors despite yet having left beta. Citing three people with knowledge of the deal, the Financial Times reported that Worldcoin is in advanced talks on a new round of financing worth around about $100 million. The round is backed by both existing and new investors, according to one of the sources. Worldcoin's previous investment round included funding from venture capital firms, bringing the project's valuation to $3 billion. And the project, which is still in beta, is reportedly preparing for the official launch in the next 6 weeks. Worldcoin aims to create a global digital currency that is distributed to everyone in the world in a fair, equitable manner. According to the website, Worldcoin is building the world's largest identity and financial network as a public utility, giving ownership to everyone. The proof of personhood protocol, which is used for the project's token distribution, involves the use of biometric scan data of people's irises, which is then verified against a government-issued ID to confirm your identity. By doing so, Worldcoin aims to ensure that each token is distributed to a unique person once a person's identity has been verified, of course. And then they are eligible to receive a certain number of Worldcoin tokens as part of this program. I'm not too sure about this myself, but everything to do with AI at the moment is getting huge eyes and huge investment. So have a look at that one, see if that one interests you. It may be worth a little bit of an investment or something for at least the short term. Moving on here to Bazinga. XRP spikes 8% and outperforms Bitcoin and Ethereum after courtroom victory for Ripple infuses the investors. In a blow to the Securities and Exchange Commission, a judge has denied the regulator's recent motion to seal records relating to internal deliberations following a speech by former director William Hyman. And what happened? This development has been hailed as a win by Ripple Labs, which is associated with XRP. And here's the tweet here. Another win for transparency. Unredacted Hyman emails to be publicly available soon. Stay tuned as the lawyers work through the mechanics to make that happen. The SEC filed the motion in December last year to seal internal emails and text messages. So this is going to be interesting to see what comes out there, to see what they're saying behind the scenes. So keep an eye on that one. More information on that, follow that down below. And another piece of news here, this was quite interesting because literally just last night, me and the CryptoViewing team, we debriefed this as a blind crypto project, which was the AGIX coin. So this is quite interesting that this came up on my feed, and I thought I'd show it to you today. So have a look at that. We had some great data on that. So the news is coming out is how will AGIX crypto really do with AI finally taking off? And AGIX has rallied by as much as 1,380% from its lowest point in 2023 to its current year-to-date peak. And it goes on here, AGIX crypto did something that perhaps less than a handful of cryptocurrencies managed to achieve so far this year. It bounced back to a new historic high compared to its highest level toward the last bull peak in 2021. The reason for the strong AGIX performance is quite simple and noteworthy for those wondering about its future: artificial intelligence, or AI. And this has been one of the hottest topics since the start of 2023, and as such it's only logical that many in the crypto industry would seek out projects that are AI orientated. AGIX happens to be amongst the most promising coins tapping into the budding AI industry. It is native to Singularity.net, a blockchain platform designed to facilitate easy development and monetization of AI services. It is amongst the first projects that is currently blurring the line between AI and blockchain technologies. There's lots more details about it down there if this one interests you. As I said, we debriefed on this last night. It was a very interesting coin. We all had information that shows that this has got some nice peaks within its near future. So have a look at that RV session when that gets released later this week. But there's also the news here, so have a look at that if AI, blockchain and AGIX interest you. Now we're going to move on to some video-based news. I always talk about this every week. The video-based news out there is fantastic. Great resource. Have a look on YouTube for some of these. So the first one is here on CNBC television. It goes on for 10 minutes and it's general news here about the Bitcoin dips, EU states approve crypto rules and lots of other basic information on that one. The next piece of news I have here is Altcoin Daily. This is another great news source. Have a look at this. This one here is about the Ledger crypto wallet and what's happening there. So we talked about it briefly, but this one goes into it in a lot more detail. Roughly that's about 10 minutes in itself, so have a look at that. Great content. My first video piece here for you today is Coin Bureau, and this is general news here, talking about ETH, the FUD, BRC20, meme coins, debts, and all kinds of stuff in there. Really great, really informative. It goes on, I think, for around about 10-15 minutes in itself. Great channel. Subscribe to those. Fantastic content. So that's pretty much it for this week. You know, there's not an awful lot happening, but there is a lot happening underneath the wheels, underneath the scene. So have a look at that. Like and subscribe. Click the button down below because that helps us immensely. If you have any questions, any comments, also put those down there. We'll try to source the information for you. Be careful out there. Have a great week ahead. Take care and namaste.